What's going on, everyone? I am the Missing Link, and today we're breaking down the 2026 edition of the WWE Royal Rumble, live from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. So let's get straight into the review. The Women's Royal Rumble opened the show. Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss started things off by teasing to eliminate each other. One of the first big moments in the match came when Charlotte Flair eliminated Nia Jax, only for Nia to drag Alexa Bliss down with her. Could this be the end of their friendship? Also in this match, we saw some Judgment Day tension. Liv Morgan would eliminate Raquel Rodriguez. Could the Judgment Day finally be coming to an end sometime soon? Becky Lynch got a nice moment by eliminating Maxine Dupree, but then was immediately eliminated by Natty, which definitely feels like it could be building towards a match between Lynch and Natty for the Intercontinental Championship. Some of the more entertaining spots for me were between Chelsea Green and Alba Fire. At one point, Chelsea used Alba's back as a surfboard to avoid elimination, and Alba would get eliminated from the match despite not being in it. This was super entertaining for me. Now in this Rumble there were a few surprises, mainly being superstars from the NXT roster, but the big surprises came at the end. At 29 we saw the return of Brie Bella, which was given a mega pop from the Saudi crowd, and at 30 was the return of Tiffany Stratton. The final three came down to Tiffany Stratton, Liv Morgan, and Sol Ruca. All three were fighting on the apron, and Sol tried to hit a Soul Snatcher, but this would backfire on Sol. Tiffany knocked her out, and then Liv capitalized by hitting the Oblivion and eliminated Tiffany to win the match, meaning Liv Morgan is your Royal Rumble winner. The in-ring quality of this match was nice, but the match was just lackluster for me. Having a few more surprises would have benefited the match. It also had a predictable winner. I'll give this match a 3 out of 5. The second match of the night was AJ Styles versus Gunther, with the stipulation that if AJ loses, then he would retire. Early in the match, AJ would target the leg of Gunther, setting up for the calf crusher submission. Gunther would respond to this with an onslaught of violence. He would throw AJ into the announce table and the ring post. This would cause a cut to form on AJ's forearm. Styles would hit everything in his moveset. A springboard for 50, a phenomenal forearm, and a Styles Clash, all for near falls. And then AJ locked in the calf crusher. For a moment it looked like Gunther might actually tap, but Gunther survived by grabbing the ropes. And from there it was sleeper hold after sleeper hold. Every time AJ would escape, Gunther dragged him back down. But AJ didn't quit. He passed out. Gunther was declared the winner, meaning AJ's career is supposedly over. After the match, Styles would be left alone in the ring. He took off his signature gloves and was preparing to leave them in the ring, but he would put the gloves back on and walk away. This match was just stellar. I was hoping for AJ to win, but I guess all good things have to come to an end at some point. Although we can only speculate on whether his career is truly over or not. In the end, I'll give this match a 4 out of 5. Now it is time for Drew McIntyre versus Sami Zayn for the WWE Undisputed Championship. Coming into this match, Drew was 11-0 against Sami. The story of the match was all about Sami Zayn's injured back. Throughout the match, Drew would constantly target it. Sami Zayn would have his moments in this match, like when he hit a blue thunder bomb for a near fall. But every time he built up any momentum, Drew would cut him off. There was this really cool point where McIntyre hit the Claymore kick on Sami, but Sami would get his foot on the bottom rope for a 2 count. This would cause an argument between McIntyre and the referee. Zayn then would hit a Luva kick on McIntyre out of nowhere for a 2 count. At this point, Drew was frustrated and would just powerbomb Sami Zayn through the announce table. The finish of this match was awesome. Sami Zayn attempted to hit Drew with a Luva kick, but his back would give out. Drew then hit 2 Claymore kicks back to back, giving him the win. I don't know if this was just me, but I was not interested in this match. It was an alright match. It wasn't bad by any means necessary. This match just lacked something for me, and that's why I'll give it a 2 out of 5. Now it is time for the final match of the night, the Men's Royal Rumble. The match would start off with Obafemi and Braun Breaker, but before Breaker could enter the ring, he would be attacked by a masked man. The attacker would hit a curb stop and then would throw him into the ring. Femi would then eliminate Breaker in about 4 seconds. I do have to admit that I am tired of this whole masked attacker bit WWE has been doing for a while now. It has just become exhausting. Obafemi then would go on a tear, eliminating man after man. This made him look like a star. I hope WWE can keep up the momentum for him. This Rumble would also help continue the feud between Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes. At one point, Cody was hanging over the ropes trying to save himself, but Drew would come out of nowhere with a Claymore kick to eliminate Rhodes. This was a clever way of getting Rhodes out of the Rumble, and added an interesting foil to this feud, which I would assume would extend to WrestleMania. One thing that was off about this match was Brock Lesnar's elimination. Brock would be eliminated by the pairing of LA Knight and Cody Rhodes during Jey Uso's entrance. This just had weird timing and was completely overshadowed. This Rumble has some surprises in it, the main one being the debuting Royce Keys, the former Powerhouse Hobbs from AEW. This was interesting to me because they introduced him as Powerhouse Hobbs, which WWE rarely does unless they keep their former ring name. We would also have some AAA representation in this match with Mr. Iguana and La Parka, which was nice and expected. We would also see the return of Chad Gable. Well, I mean the original El Grande Americano. He would have a short face-off with Ludwig Kaiser's El Grande Americano before eliminating Kaiser, and then being eliminated shortly afterwards. I am oddly excited to see this feud. I hope they keep this feud going until WrestleMania. My biggest problem with this Rumble was that I felt like some people would enter and just be thrown out soon after. Examples being Rusev, Matt Cardona, and Rey Fenix. I felt like some people should have just been in there longer. Now, of course, the final four were Logan Paul for the third year in a row, Roman Reigns, Randy Orton, and Gunther. Roman Reigns would win for the second time in his career. I don't mind this decision that much, but it was extremely predictable. The Men's Royal Rumble as a whole was not bad, but it was pretty meh. I felt like this Rumble never found its flow. Overall, I would give this Rumble a 2.5 out of 5. So there you go, that was the Royal Rumble, and I know I missed a load of information, but overall the main takeaways for me was that AJ Styles versus Gunther was the match of the night. Both Rumble matches were a bit predictable and would have benefited from having a few more surprises. But with that being said, I'm going to give this show a total score of 3.5 out of 5, because I had a good time watching it, but I felt it never reached that next level that makes a Royal Rumble truly unforgettable. The in-ring quality was decent, but I just wanted a few more shocking moments and surprises. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and comment what your highlight and overall thoughts of the show were. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.